Here we are back again with another random video. Yeah, there's some stuff I want to talk about, the whole key card thing. It keeps coming up. I can't escape it. I can't escape freaking key cards. It's so annoying. We're still talking about this for real? Okay. So, by the way, I'm Ryofu, and you are watching The Gaming Harbinger. We're going to keep this short and sweet. I feel like some people didn't get the memo. They're just ranting at this point that Nintendo needs different sizes for their cartridges. Well, here's the thing with that. Now, I am not an insider, so I'm just a regular person like you, but this is what I honestly think. I think that Nintendo came up with this whole key card thing because they realized at a certain point that what a lot of people are thinking is the solution. Hey, just charge more for the physical release. I'll pay $100 for games. I'm a collector, so I don't mind. Here's the thing with that. The average consumer will not pay that price. The average consumer will not. Nintendo thought they were doing you a favor. I'm being dead serious here. The consumer is not going to pay this ridiculous price to own a physical version of this third-party release. It's not happening because if we have a 100 gig game and it has to be on a 128 gig cartridge, there is no way that the third party can afford to release it at $70 because they want to make a profit. That's the whole purpose of all of this. So what they're going to have to do is raise the price. And keep in mind, Nintendo has already raised the price of their games. Even those small releases, they would have to be put on a 64 gig cartridge. And for them, they're like, what's the benefit in this? You know, we're losing profit and we're not making a lot of money as opposed to what we would make on the Series X or on the PlayStation 5. So what's the point? And that's the problem for Nintendo. They're like, oh, we gotta have third party again, just like we did for the original Switch. There is no way that we can release this system and it just solely be us. I don't know if Nintendo will release, you know, a 32 gig cartridge or a 16 gig cartridge. I really don't know. They could, but I see something like this happening in the future. And it's not anytime soon. If it happens anytime soon, I would be very shocked. You know what you could say? You could say they even realized this during the original Switch. That is why we had games that were not on the cartridge. They were realizing it then that, hey, this is going to be too expensive for the devs. So we have to just have them do a download and then they get most of the game. But hey, they have the game to a degree of physical, and then eventually it just became, you have what, 25 megabytes or something on the cartridge, and that's it. I honestly think Nintendo really just enjoys having cartridge-based systems. I really think they do. And of course, they're just more expensive now, more expensive than ever before. Especially when you're making, you know, when you're trying to put this on something so tiny. Now, I know some of you weren't around during this time, but like when you think of the Nintendo 64 era, these issues have already happened before with Nintendo. That's why we had Shadows of the Empire, a Star Wars game that was over $100, and this was in the mid-90s. So Nintendo is not new to this. We're probably not going to get different sizes anytime soon. Maybe at the end of the cycle of the Switch 2. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this video, listening to my thoughts, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.